Last month, a familiar story hit the front page.
There's a low hum coming from a vintage fan propped up high.
A listener-supported service of the University of Tulsa.
Across the room sits a radio tuned in to NPR.
Which is, I think it's really important to remember.
In between the stories, if you lean in and listen, you can hear a faint sound. A 91-year-old man stands under a glowing fluorescent light, glued to his work.
Good. Good.
But don't let his subdued nature fool you. This is Sherman Ray.
Okay, it's okay.
Man of many stories and life lessons.
I tear a coat apart. The sleeve is here and the collar is here. How do you put them together?
He's one of those men that you just want to pull up a chair and let him talk. Mr. Ray is a tailor by trade and a storyteller by nature.
Gold, diamonds, they will steal it from you. If you get a trade, nobody will take it away. This is one tip he gave me, I still remember.
His shop is not fancy.
So what do you want to do on the gray coat?
There are no bells and whistles, just white walls, piles of organized chaos, and newspaper clippings that showcase his talent.
1, 2, 3. Not enough hours for me.
According to court papers, he owes creditors more than
Come in, come in. Hi. How you doing?
How are you? I'm good.
Haven't seen you in quite a while.
Well,
Mr. Ray is a tailoring icon going back all the way to the 1950s.
The waist and this one will have to be taken in.
yeah. Okay.
How's it feel now?
Yeah.
Feel better?
Yeah.
While he may be 91 years old, he hasn't slowed down a bit. Every day, after sometimes 8 or 9 hours of work, he comes here.
The rowing machine is out there. The sewing machine, you know, I can close my eyes and use it.
He goes from sewing to rowing. He's known here and respected.
And talk to the people while I'm coming. I always tell them, Doc, I'm a little armless. Oh, not with you.
He says he never gets tired and never complains. Living 91 years is nothing compared to what he survived as a kid.
This is bad, yeah.
And there, on his left forearm, sits a bird printed in ink, covering up a life he'd like to forget.
B-2526 was the first transport to Auschwitz. That's where I went. I never dreamed I would come out.
He is a survivor, and that's his number, B-2526. Born Jewish, he was the enemy of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party.
And I said to my dad, and I said to my mother, and I told my sister, oh, we're not going separate, we're going. They thought they're going to a resort, and I told him, I said, they're going to kill you.
He was only a teenager then, but remembers everything. The boxcar heading to a concentration camp, he and his family surrounded by another 100 people. This would be his first escape.
So what made you jump from that boxcar?
I said, I better be killed by a bullet than go to the gas chamber. I didn't want that like a dog.
He never saw his family again. Mr. Ray went through 3 camps during World War II. The first would have been his last, had it not been for his skill.
They came out with a loudspeaker. We need shoemakers. We need tailors. We need bricklayers. We need carpenters. And everybody was running.
He made suits and uniforms from scratch for the enemy, but didn't care. He was alive. But this was just his first battle. Soon after, he was corralled to Auschwitz, not to work, but to slowly die.
All we did is in Auschwitz take stones, you know, from one side of the fence, walk, pick them up, and carry them back and forth.
But again, he was lucky. Being a young man and still somewhat healthy, they didn't kill him. Instead, he witnessed tens of thousands being murdered.
The screaming was so loud, so the orchestra was playing, so people will not know. Oh, you saw the tall chimneys, not smoke, but flame from the human flesh. I felt a lot of time like kill myself. Then I said, what I'm going to accomplish? I said, no, I want that. And my mind always was to see the end of World War II.
Then, while at his third and last camp, it finally happened.
So we was marching.
May 2nd, 1945, he will never forget.
We saw from the villages the white flags, and everybody, we are free, we are free. A lot of our excitement, they just dropped dead.
Four years later, Mr. Ray came to Oklahoma, became a citizen, started a career and a family.
Think about it every day?
Every day. I get up in the morning, and I make a prayer when I go to bed. Well, you still can get over. You still can get over.
Mr. Ray says he's no inspiration. He was just born at the wrong time, the wrong place, and seemed to get lucky. A man who's been to hell and back and lived to tell about it.
I know I will not be here forever, but as long as I can function, do it, you got to do it. Never say I can do, always say I will try. That is my philosophy.